Hey, this is Chris from Big Family Gaming here, and I just wanted to make a quick video talking about the Switch and the current situation, the situation. Yeah, that was terrible. I'm sorry. Sorry for that. I promise I won't say that again. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video was there was a thread on Facebook in one of the groups where someone was complaining, laughing, mentioning, more or less, maybe complaining isn't the right word, about the scalpers in their local area and how they were upset, or again, mentioning that they were selling and flipping the Switches for $400, $500. Those Animal Crossing ones are going up and up, $600, and they were just in awe. And it was kind of ridiculous for them about how they thought this was happening. So, couple points I wanted to share with the community, wanted to bring up that I would thought you might enjoy, thought I might make a good video. So here are my ramblings and incoherent thoughts on the subject if you are interested. So if we go back to February of this year when this coronavirus started hitting China and Japan majorly, right? Kind of before it was on our radar over here in our everyday lives that I'm talking about here, before the stay-at-home orders, before those lockdowns, quarantines, etc. I know we're not quite to that point yet, but and here where I'm located, we're on a mandatory stay-at-home statewide that isn't as long as our county-wide stay-at-home order, but that's neither here nor there. So back in February, Nintendo came out, and I'm going to throw this quote up on the screen, that saying basically that production has been impacted, that they're going to have an effect on this, and they weren't really worried about it though at the time. This was February. I haven't seen a recent statement that I could find. But at the time, Nintendo wasn't too worried about overall production for the year. They would get back to it. They would ramp it up. And no problem. So what you saw between then and now is you had the supply chains that had Switches in warehouses, Switches on shelves, sell, distribution trucks come, give you some more at your store, you go pick it up. And so that happened, and that was happening, and they were getting stocked and sold out, getting stocked and sold out, getting stocked. And finally, the stock now in the warehouses is no more. And now, users, when they go out there, they're finding these Switches in the wild, and they're snapping them up, and they know people are looking for them. They know that people are home, and they want to play video games. Couple of the things I've noticed, and some of this was mentioned in the thread that I wasn't aware of, things that are spiking in price currently. You've got Wii Sports on the way up. You've got Wii's in box selling for $100, $150. Where have we seen this before? When the Wii was first released, we had scalpers, right? When any special edition console comes out, you got scalpers. When you got the hot item that people want and you're able to get it, people are going to pay. People are going to pay. And that's kind of brings me to my next point. The scalping is nothing new. There's nothing new about scalping and buying low and selling high. And some people made this point in the Facebook thread that if you had the ability to do it, if you had the ability to go out and buy a bunch of Switches, you would, and flip them for profit. Why would you not? Don't hate the Nintendo hustle. And I'm very much in that camp. I don't hate the Nintendo hustle. I don't hate the scalpers, the flippers. I totally get it. I understand it. It's the economics of the thing. Unfortunately, I think there's a lot of folks out there that have not taken an economics class or some economics lessons that maybe would help them understand the way supply demand work. Now, I may be in the minority here, but price gouging, even for some of the other things that aren't Nintendo Switches, I'm not going to mention anything right now, but is technically a good thing, right? Because if you have the money and you're able to obtain the product you want, who or why should the government or anybody step in and stop that transaction from happening? I don't understand that. I don't quite understand why there should be a law against two people agreeing to a price if those two people agree to it. Now, if you have a Switch and I want that Animal Crossing Switch and you're selling it for $700 and I have $700 and to me the value is there and to me I agree to pay the $700, sell me the Switch. Why should that not happen? I don't understand that part. I think it's not a problem because if you want one of those other things, if you want a regular Switch, if you want that and you don't want to pay the premium price, then you're gonna have to wait or find alternative methods. It's just that simple. If you want it for the retail price, you're gonna have to be smart as to standing in line with other people when the shipments arrive, standing in line, possibly not being able to get one, wasting your time driving from store to store. All these things are what's called opportunity cost, right? These are things that cost you your own time in another way or shape or form. And you know, as the old saying goes, time is money. So if it's worth your time, depending on how much to you your time is worth, you pay a little extra and you get a Switch delivered to your door by ordering on eBay or ordering on Mercari or wherever, whatever the case may be, right? So that is my basic thoughts on the current scalping situation, on the current price gouging situation. Just be patient. Now, a few tips I wanted to give regarding maybe finding one in this current climate. If you're looking for one and you're not looking to get price gouged, if you're not looking to spend a whole bunch over retail, I still would suggest one, eBay, and those best offers, throw out a lowball offer, okay? It's a game here. This art of negotiation, of throwing out offers and they're accepting offers and this back and forth, you gotta play it. And you might have to make 20 different offers on 20 different Switches and you just need that one. You're just trying to find that one seller that says, you know what, I could make 10 bucks on this and be fine. I don't need to make $150 on this. And you'll get your Switch. Now, if you want to go the used route, I would suggest in this current climate, if you are so inclined, don't risk yourself or your health or anything like that, but if you're so inclined, hit up the pawn shop. Pawn shops I've seen can be an untapped market currently for Switches. People who need cash in this situation, they frequently would pawn said items, and a video game system might not be something that's a necessity for them. Now, the other thing that I would also suggest is check with friends and family that maybe haven't used their Switch. If you're aware of somebody in your family, if you're aware of a buddy that picked up a Switch a while back and you know what, they didn't really get into it, they didn't really play it for whatever reason, and you're aware of this, you have this insider information, right? Send out a message, send a text, say, hey, are you using that Switch? Do you want to get rid of it? You want to make a little money? You want to sell it to me? And make an offer. So you might be surprised what you can find. But overall, right now, people are home. People are wanting to spend time with their family, with their kids, playing games. The Switch is an enormously popular console. It has really impressed everybody from the offset when people weren't sure what Nintendo was going to do after the Wii U. And I have been impressed with it to the fact that we have quite a few Switches in the household. Now, these boxes you see behind me, they are indicative of just the amount of Switches we have in the household. So we did add another couple ones recently, but they're gifts, they're upgrades, they're for the family, they're for the kids. But we'll talk a little. You might see some of the more info about this in the pickups video soon. But I just wanted to do a quick video, quick update to share my thoughts on the Switch scalping, price gouging situation. So let me know what you think down in the comments. Tell me what you think about paying a lot of money for a Switch, or if you don't care about the Switch, or if you don't care about price gouging, or if I'm a terrible person for suggesting people should pay a lot of money. But either way, give this video a thumbs up, give it a share, subscribe to the channel. We're happy to have you here, and until then, we'll see you next time.